Welcome guys to the preview of the Monaco Grand Prix, and I give my predictions for the outcome of qualifying and the race. Yes, Monaco again, and the one where it's all about Saturday qualifying rather than the race, but we have got a massive change which should potentially throw up some exciting parts to the race, at least if we don't get action in terms of overtakes. Round 8, let's get into the circuit. First of all, it's 78 lap race, a nice long hard one, barriers close, so no room for margins for error at all around here. One DRS zone down into turn 1, not massively effective, 19 turns and high downforce around here as you'd expect. The tyres for this weekend, and it's going to be the big talk really about the weekend, we've got one step softer than last year, and it is the new C6 that we saw in Imola. Again, you would normally say don't expect much change in terms of strategy. It has always been a one-stop, barring potentially the rain, and obviously that's a different scenario altogether. But this year, the big change for the tyres is going to be the mandatory two-stop strategy, and that will hopefully, if we don't have any safety cars, and I caveat that with that and I'll get to that in a minute, should hopefully add some interest to the race, and potentially we should see room for overcut, undercut, and change possibly at the front for the lead, because we don't really see on-track overtakes, few and far between. That don't mean that it can't happen at all, but you need like a 2.5 second car pace advantage over the man in front to really make a good move, and for that to happen. And strategy is going to be the name of the day. Obviously, if there's no safety cars, that's where the interest comes in. I think everyone will probably try and drag it out for as long as they can the first stint. Hope they can pit at least under one safety car, and reduce the risk of losing position there, and also getting that cheap safety car. And then just randomly take that second one in the hope, again, either take that right at the end, or it'll be really interesting to see how that part of it really does work out, because you don't want to go too long on that second stop where you're wearing your tyres out. Someone pits a lot earlier and they close up that gap, and then you come out behind them after the stop. So strategy is going to be really the crucial part, and the big part of this weekend, aside from what is always been the case at Monaco. Qualifying, the big one, get pole position, more likely than not you win this race. So it'll be interesting to see how that one pans out. Weather conditions for this weekend, it should be dry. Matter predictions for this weekend. For qualifying, I'm going for Max Verstappen to take pole position, because when it counts, this guy always produces, and they have been really good when it comes to qualifying pace. He manages to pull it out of the bank somewhere, somehow. I predict this one's going to be a bit more difficult for the McLarens. They don't like the slower corners, and generally the pack is tighter at Monaco than we've seen at normal other races. So I'm going for Max Verstappen on pole position. Second place, Oscar Piastri, and I'm going for a surprise here. The third place, I'm going for a Williams of Carlos Sainz. This guy's qualified brilliantly well in recent races, and if he can pull off something like that here, who's to say he won't hold on for a third place in the podium at Monaco. On to the race, I'm going for a mix-up though. I'm going for Oscar Piastri to take the win, Max Verstappen second, and third for Carlos Sainz. I'm thinking it'll be a good weekend for the Williams boys, especially if they can take home a P3. Let me know in your comments if you just think I'm playing out dreaming or in Daftland, but I can see it happening. And I'm predicting a bad weekend for the Ferraris, because they haven't been good in qualifying, but good in the race, and it's kind of no good being good in the race in Monaco because you don't have the opportunities to overtake like we've seen elsewhere. Well, watch come race day, I'll be massively wrong on that one. Let's take a quick look at the championship. Oscar Piastri leads the way still on 146 points, 13 points ahead of Lando Norris, who's on 133 points. Max Verstappen closed the gap to the lead, just 22 points behind Piastri, now on 124 points. Fourth place for George Russell on 99 points, 47 points behind the championship leader. Still in the hunt potentially, and Charles Leclerc in fifth place on 61 points, and quite a way back with 85 to catch up to the leader. At the Teams Constructors Championship, McLaren lead the way handsomely, 279 points. Second place, Mercedes on 147 points, 132 points behind. Massive gap there behind. Red Bull, should we just say Max Verstappen on 131 points, 16 points behind Mercedes. Ferrari in fourth place on 114 points, 17 behind Red Bull now. And the Williams have done really well this season on 51 points. They're 63 behind Ferrari, and comfortably they've got about a 30-point gap behind them. And they've done brilliantly well to be up in fifth place, and they look really, really strong. Let me know your predictions and thoughts. Some final points. I do think Fernando Alonso might get the final point this weekend. That Aston Martin looked good, so there's a surprise potentially from them to throw them in the mix, and some good points on the card potentially for them. And if he can get a good qualifying place on the grid, I do think he'll pick up some points. Some news: we've got a new livery for the McLarens. They've gone for a classic sort of look, haven't they? And when you look at the face of it, I don't feel like it's one of the better liveries. I think so far this season, when we've had these throw up random liveries, the Racing Bulls have taken the title on that one. But this one, let me know your thoughts on it. I'm not a massive fan. We've just sort of changed the white sort of round circle where the numbers go, and they've gone that sort of retro look on that side. But for me, I don't think they've ticked any boxes on this one. Ferrari have got a so far they've only just revealed team livery as a recording on Tuesday or Wednesday it is, before the race. Losing track of my days. So unless anything changes after that, I'll put something up on that. But so far they've got white overalls for the drivers. Take a look at this one. I think it actually looks quite nice with the blue and white. Gone away from their usual red livery. Let's see if they pull some magic out of their livery reveals for the car, or we'll just see what we've seen before. Let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, who've you got for winning the race in Monaco? It should be, well, absolutely brilliant. There's no doubt about that, because qualifying, where it's big in Monaco, so far this season is absolutely delivered. It's been so close between the top 3, 4. So whoever can pull out when it matters will most likely take the race win. Can't wait to see what happens. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. As always, watch out for the qualifying and race reviews in Monaco coming Saturday and Sunday. And if there's any breaking news, I'll be sure to bring it you. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. As always, see you on the next one.